you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're having a great day. Excited about the weekend. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. As you know, we are a channel that supports the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry, Meghan, Archie, Baby Lily, Mama Doria, Poola Guy, the chickens, Mama Mia, all of us here at Sussex Squad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, after all the dramas from the last few days, today's actually relatively chill. Very relatively chill. Not much is happening. Our faves are, doing whatever they're doing. Don't know if Harry is still in the UK. Don't know if he came back to the US. Don't know. I mean, Meghan, I'm assuming, is in Montecito. Who knows? But our fans are doing whatever it is they're doing. We know that the case, Harry's court case, at least the hearing part of it, ended yesterday. So the judge has gone off to do, mull it over for a few weeks or months or however long he's going to take to do this. And then we'll hear the results of that. And so that's what's happening with that. So we don't really know. And I'm assuming since he's in the UK that Harry would team up with his mates at Invictus and maybe jet on over to Dusseldorf for a bit because he's right there. Hang out with the guys over there, preparing for the games in September. So who knows? As we know, this photo is from The Hague last year, last Invictus Games when Meghan was there for a few days to support Harry, and they were also filming the Heart of Invictus part of their documentary there as well. So yeah, I don't know. I love this picture. It's so cute. And of course, we know Invictus at The Hague was amazing. So yeah, it's very, very, very exciting coming up in Dusseldorf. So again, I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully, whatever it is they're doing, they're chilling, doing whatever, coming down from, being in court or having to listen in on court cases and all of that stuff. But we'll get to that in a second. What else is happening in the world of royal or Sussex? Oh, this happens. I always love, I always love when Harry and Meghan remember that they have a website. It's like sometimes I'm like, guys, update your website. I'd love to talk about you, but update this website, please. So I love that they've remembered the last few days that they've had a website. And so they have been actively, keeping us abreast of what's going on in their world. And so today they posted this. AWF or Archwell Foundation joins two beloved organizations to aid healing in Turkey and Syria. And of course, we know they are suffering and struggling as they had those major earthquakes, about a month and a half ago? It should be by now. So I'm going to move my banner, and so that way I can read it. And again, do what that banner says. If you're new here, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell that you will know when we drop a video, and that's right at the bottom of this video that you're watching. And so we'll get back to the rest after. But yeah, so Archwell have been right in there really supporting aid in Turkey and Syria. And so they this is a little bit about what they posted today. It says, when an earthquake struck Turkey and Syria in February, global relief organizations became the lifeline to address the immediate and long-term needs of these communities. Two of these organizations are World Central Kitchen and Humanity Crew, and we are honored to support them both as they reach thousands. In the wake of crisis, each organization delivers critical care to those in need. Humanity Crew provides mental health aid to children, caregivers, and emergency responders. World Central Kitchen immediately deploys teams to provide hot meals in the area. Through their mutual connection to Archwell community, again, Archwell community, we talk about that all the time. Through their mutual connection to Archwell, these organizations found synergy in their missions that has allowed them to provide more comprehensive aid, Humanity Crew mental health support, reached reached a World Central Kitchen aid workers served in the region, creating a support network that allows them to better serve. And so it's so great. Again, we've talked about this so many times, that when how Harry and Meghan work with the different organizations they work with, they always bring them together and they always form community. Last week, or a few days ago actually, we saw Kaboom that Harry and Meghan built the park in Uvalde, Texas with. They were at the White House with World Central Kitchen, with Chef Andreas. And so they were teamed up there. And also now we see World Central Kitchen aiding Turkey and Syria team up with Humanity Crew. And so it's amazing how they build community and see how the organizations can work together to support each other in the best way. Again, Humanity Crew supporting mental health for the children, for aid workers, for the crew, and also World Central Kitchen providing hot meals for everyone. And it's just, you heal the body and you also heal the mind. And so it just, it's so fantastic. I love the way they work. And so Humanity Crew posted this today, both on Twitter and also on their social media page. It says, grateful for the Archwell Foundation support in providing emergency mental health support to 4,000 plus affected by recent earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. Together, we are making a difference through deploying mental health aid to crisis zone, hashtag mental health aid, disaster relief. And also they were, this was also on their feed. AFW, or Archwell Foundation, joins two beloved organization. So they were basically just on their stories, just screenshotted Archwell, and they were sharing it on their stories, as Instagram stories as well. And so it's just really cool. And of course, we know from the budget or the IRS filings that Harry and Meghan just did, and that we just did on the last episode. I think, if I don't remember, I should have looked. I think they donated, I think $250,000 to Humanity Crew. I could be wrong, but go back and look, or at least watch the video last night, or the link again will be in the show notes here again today. So I think is $250,000 that Harry and Meghan donated to Humanity Crew for this purpose. So they also posted this on their Instagram page, and I'm going to move myself out of the way so that I can read this properly. Yep. There you go. Move myself out of the way. Get myself out of the way. So, yeah. And so Humanity Crew, this is their Instagram account. It says, we are grateful for the ongoing support of the Archwell Foundation, which has been instrumental in helping us to provide critical mental health support for those affected by the recent earthquake in Turkey and Syria. With the foundation's help, we've been able to quickly respond to the needs of over 4,000 people, including children, caregivers, and emergency responders. Our team of mental health professionals are working collaboratively with the local communities and grassroots organizations to provide the most effective and culturally appropriate support to those in need. Among our activities are individual counseling, the establishment of peer-to-peer support groups, adolescent-friendly spaces, and psychosocial activities for children. Our efforts have also impacted aid workers, with more than 200 international aid workers receiving support through our supervision and support groups. Thanks to Archwell Foundation, we have been collaborating with World Central Kitchen, both through shared support to local communities, and providing World Central Kitchen's team with counseling and support groups. So World Central Kitchen is there in the war zone. They need also mental health as well. So Humanity Crew has been able to provide that for them as well. We are proud to have the Archwell Foundation support in our mission to meet the immediate and long-term mental health needs of those affected by crisis. Together, we are making a difference in the lives of those who need it most. And so they hashtag also the earthquake, and also World Central Kitchen. And so it is so fantastic to see the community that Archwell builds and how one organization could help each other, that they don't have to work on their own. They can work together and support each other and basically help meet each other's needs. World Central Kitchen could feed the kids that Humanity Crew is supporting, and Humanity Crew giving mental health help to the World Central Kitchen team, to all of the the workers and people who are there, really basically building back Syria and Turkey, and maybe still be looking for people and clearing away debris and all of that stuff. They also need mental health help, and so it's great how the two organizations are working together, or both of them supported by both of them supported by the Archwell Foundation. And so it is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And also in light of the nonsense that the British press, like, oh, Meghan only work 1 hour. And it's just like, oh, shut up. It's just so annoying. You're like a wart, or a boil on the tushy of humanity. The British press could be like that sometimes. It's like, shut up. It's just dunces. So yeah, it's really really just fantastic to see the work that they're doing. So anyways, kudos to you guys for doing the incredible work that you're doing in Turkey, Syria, and also to Archwell for their incredible support. What else is happening? Oh, this. Well, we were on yesterday, actually. We were doing the premiere yesterday of the episode yesterday when this broke, and one of our wonderful squaddies was like, Samantha, the court case is dismissed. Samantha lost, and so we're all like, whoa, and so this broke yesterday, and yes, so the judge dismissed. Actually, she dismissed part of the case, but she dismissed the whole case, but part of it with prejudice and part of it without. And so, so this is what it says, and I'm just going to read a little bit of it because I just don't want to get into all. That was like how many pages of Samantha Markle's nonsense. It says this cause before the court in defendant Meghan Markle's motion to dismiss the first amended complaint. Plaintiff Samantha Markle respond in opposition in Doc 41. The defendants reply, Doc 48. For the reasons set forth below, the court will grant motion to dismiss. Plaintiff's defamation dismissed. Plaintiff's defamation claim based on the book Finding Freedom will be dismissed with prejudice. Her remaining claims will be dismissed without prejudice. So Finding Freedom is dismissed. And if you're not familiar with the terms with prejudice or without prejudice, it's something I had to look up to because I don't do lawyer speak. So, or at least legal speak. So just to give you an idea, what does dismiss with and without prejudice mean? A case dismissed with prejudice is over and done with. So once and for all, it cannot be brought back to the court. A case dismissed without prejudice means the opposite. It is not dismissed forever. It's dismissed, but not forever. The person whose case it is can try it again. So the part of the case that is dismissed completely with prejudice, cannot be done again, is the part where Samantha, bring in Omid Scobie's book, Finding Freedom, that Meghan, gave Omid Scobie all these defamatory things about her. And so that's completely dismissed with prejudice. And so that is over and done with. She can't bring that case again, at least not to that court. And this case, the part that's dismissed without prejudice is one that it's dismissed, but she has 14 days in which she can amend whatever it is the claim is, and she can bring it again if she wants to. So knowing Samantha, and of course, I just, I was online a minute ago and saw something, again, Dan Wooten posted something that's saying that, they are going to basically what it is Samantha knows that if when this case dismissed, she's gonna have to pay Meghan court fees. She knows that, so she's gonna try to hold on to this as long as she wants. So she's not gonna be on the hook for a ton of money. So whoever is paying her, good luck with that. But anyways, so the part of it, well, let me just read. We'll just look and see what the judge says. It says, for the ongoing reasons, the court grant the motion to dismiss plaintiff's case based on finding freedom will be dismissed with prejudice. So that's over and done with, as plaintiff cannot plausibly allege that the defendant published the book. Yeah, Meghan didn't publish the book, so that's a moot point. And amendment of these claims would be futile. Plaintiff will be allowed one final opportunity to plead her claims related to the defendant's CBS interview and her claims for injurious falsehood. Accordingly, it is ordered defendant's motion to dismiss for failure to state claim is granted. The plaintiffs, which is Samantha, defamation claim based on prejudice in the content of the book Finding Freedom is dismissed without prejudice. That's done. She can't bring that on again. The plaintiff defamation claims based on the defendant's CBS interview and her claim of injurious falsehood are dismissed with prejudice. For the foregoing reasons, plaintiff may file an amended claim within 14 days. So, I guess she's gonna go watch the Oprah Winfrey interview again and try to figure out some way that she, and she has one more shot at it and then it's over. I mean, whatever, for all intents and purposes, this is over. And so Samantha is, whatever. And the fourth one, it says the defendant, Meghan's request for attorney fees and costs under the anti-SLAPP statute are denied without prejudice as premature. So this is denied for now. Again, it's denied without prejudice. That means, and it's premature because the case is not over. Per se, the whole case is not over, at least because Samantha has the 14 days in which she can amend whatever it is, she wants to amend. If she wants to pursue it, she has 14 days to amend that claim and file it again and see if somehow the judge is amendable to her, whatever it is. And so, yeah. And so because of that, for now, the Meghan's request for attorney fees and court costs is denied, or at least it's dismissed with prejudice, or denied with prejudice. So that way, at the end of the case, when the case absolutely comes to an end, she can then refile to get back, or to get Samantha to pay her court costs and attorney fees, etc. So it's, yeah. Expect Samantha to be like, basically, no, this is not over, I'm gonna fight to the end. Expect that, because that's what she does. The point of this whole thing is to continue to harass Meghan. This is the point of it, is to get attention and whatever. So I'm glad, at least the judge threw out the Finding Freedom nonsense. That was just blatant nonsense. And so we'll see, and apparently they're going to try to bring in stuff from the new from the Harry and Meghan document. I mean, it's just like, whatever. And I mean, I don't understand. Like, again, Florida. This whole case is nonsense. I mean, even people who normally support Samantha are like, these claims are stupid. They are really, I mean, you're going to try to demand someone claim that you were close to them. I mean, it's stupid. So I don't even understand why the judges allowed this at all. And it's, again, Florida people. Just like Florida. But I mean, at least you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This whole thing is just nonsense. And I hope at the end of this, Meghan really slaps Samantha with you even use my name and I will, Meghan has a boatload, and she would have had a boatload of evidence of Samantha Markle libeling her. And for 6 years, I mean, it's just right there on the internet, And so I would slap her with, I mean, I'm like, girl, you even breathe my name in private, I'm going to slap $1 billion lawsuit on you. I would just take you out and I would take even your wheelchair, So, but that's me. I'm petty. So, but anyway, moving on from Samantha Markle's nonsense. I just can't even. um Anyway, so Misan, so Sky News reporting on it, and so Misan is like hearts and strong arm, and of course look at what's trending: Samantha and Scammy. Yeah, she is a scam artist. This is all this is. She's trying to scam money out of Meghan, and I guess she probably thought Meghan would just try to make this case go away, and Meghan hasn't done that. I mean, even I was just so annoyed, and I was just like, girl, just get out of this. There's no value in this case at all, dragging on. And so it just it's I mean, this whole thing is just, and again, if I were to guess who's funding this stuff, I would look at the British press. I would look, this is how they work. This is exactly how they work. And it's so funny. Someone just mentioned, and I think it was mentioned before, and that the law firm that's representing Samantha Markle is the same law firm that's representing Donald Trump. And it's just like, oh, and I think someone here had mentioned that before. And I mean, I hadn't really paid attention, but that came up again today. And so, yes, well, we know what happened to Donald Trump. He is indicted. So I can't, but anyways, moving on from Samantha and Scammy and her nonsense to this. Yeah, whenever the British press go at Harry and Meghan for anything with their company, with or with say Archwell, you'd always know that they're hiding something. And it's so funny. This happened. This showed up in the Telegraph today. Apparently, Kate, I mean, we saw that before when she came to New Jersey, and I'm like, what is she doing? Like, does she think some 99-cent store in Jersey is something that's going to get her worldwide, at least nationwide America? I mean, nationwide attention in America. And so she was in Jersey with her photo, as you can see in the background there, with her photo in the background is like cut out of her and all of that stuff. And it's just like, girl, nobody going to Jersey with, with these 99-cent stores all over the place. I mean, in New York is Michael's. I mean, and so apparently that whole deal is not going well, as we all knew it wouldn't. And her, her company right now is really reeling. And so the Telegraph is reporting that Carol Middleton Party Business hires advisors for potential sale. Retailer had reportedly been struggling due to cost of living crisis and Royal Mail strikes. That's why you have the Royal Mail. An online party decorator retailer owned by Carol Middleton, the Princess of Wales' mother, has hired advisors for a potential sale of the business as it struggles with dwindling sales. Yeah. Party Pieces, which was founded by Carol Middleton, has appointed Interpath to advise on its strategic options, which could include a possible sale or funding from an outside investor. It comes after reports that the company, which is owned by Mrs. Middleton and her husband Michael, became embroiled in a row with suppliers and suffered a dip in sale over the crucial Christmas period. The retailer struggled as cost of living pressures hit household, and Royal Mail strikes caused delays to deliveries. And the Daily Mail reported Mrs. Middleton was also reported to be in a dispute with suppliers over the attempts to extend payment terms to 90 days from the usual 30 days. Party Pieces declined to comment at this time. So yeah, so their business is in trouble. I mean, we could have told you that when you came to New Jersey. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. But, it's kind of like, I think of that as, when Kate and William decided to go to Boston, and for some reason thought that by going to Boston, all of America would care that they're in Boston. I'm like, people in Boston, one city of 300 and something in Massachusetts, most of Boston didn't even care that you were there, and far less the rest of the United States, what I mean, of 300 and something, 330, I think, million people. And so I don't know what their mindset with what they think the US is. And I don't think they can wrap their brain for some reason around the vastness of this country. And so, like, oh dear. I mean, we could have told you that going to New Jersey is not going to help you. But, but yeah, it's just, again, whenever they try to say negative things about the Sussexes, it's because they're hiding something that's going on right there. And lo and behold, again, they've been like, oh, Harry and Meghan only work one day and all of this nonsense. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan's IRS filings is out there for the public. You can look at it, and see the great things that they're doing. But here is Kate's mother's business struggling and probably have to sell it. So it's incredible. But anyways, I'm moving on from their mess. VP Kamala Harris is today she was in Zambia. And it's so wild. She posted this photo earlier today, how it started and how it's going. Here she is as a little child, sitting there by this stone that the Royal Highness, was like the Royal Highness, Princess Royal, was that Anne was there in I think this was like 1960 something. So yeah, she is sitting as a little girl, and I think she was there with her father, I guess, in Zambia. Either her father or grandfather, one of them, in Zambia when she was a little girl in the same spot. And here she is again today, going back. And I love this, how it started and how it's going. And here she is back at the same spot as the Vice President of the United States. I mean, how amazing is that? That is just so absolutely amazing. And so, yeah, so she was having a great time. She was in Ghana, I think yesterday, and today she's in Zambia. And so it's just like, I mean, such an incredible welcome. I even saw like her photo, these huge posters of her on the buses. And it's just like amazing. So she is having such a great reception there. And, both her and the second gentleman, her husband, Doug. And I mean, they are just having a great time. So kudos to our wonderful, wonderful VP, Kamala Harris. And thank you for posting this wonderful picture. I mean, look at her with her little pigtails. How cute is that? And then look at her today, all these years later, return as Vice President of the United States. I mean, gosh, that is just epic. This how it started, how it's going, is just probably one of the most epic ones ever. So absolutely awesome. And there's this. Joe Biden turns down coronation invitation. It's so funny because, I mean, we've heard that, like, a while ago he had said he wasn't, I think he said he wasn't going, or he wasn't planning on going. I think the press secretary said something like that. So now the Telegraph is reporting that he has turned down the invitation. And it's very funny. At the top, it says, if I was president of the United States, I would come to the coronation of the King of England. There are no two ways about it. It just seems to be a foolish decision. That is from a Tory MP, Bob Seeley. Yes, thank you, Tory MP Bob Seeley, for your input. Like, yes, the president of the United States need your input into why he is not, decided he's not going to a coronation. It's so funny. And I'm realizing that with so many people, whether it's politics or in the press, they are so offended. Like, they cannot deal with rejection at all. They are just so offended when you reject what they deem to be the most important thing in the world. And just because for them, the coronation is the most important thing in the world, it seems, they, if it's not for you, then they just get highly offended. And it's just like, dude, we don't care. We don't care. We have our own issues here. The president of the United States have much more important issues to deal with in this country than to come to a coronation that nobody asked for. And your people didn't even ask for this mess, you know. We have a former White House occupant that needs to, be, I guess arrested or wherever he's indicted. Our president have more important worries. He has a nation of people where, with guns killing kids and all of that mess. We have a lot more issues here. We don't have time to go to, again, a coronation nobody asked for. So deal. Apparently they said that he might, send have the first lady go and represent him. I mean, who knows? But our president is like, I got more important things to worry about. Plus, he's Irish. He's like not into, yes, because he went to the Queen's funeral. He is not into British people. He is not. And it's so funny. I heard this story, and I don't know if it's absolutely true, but his mother told him to, like, don't be involved with the British. Like, she was not into British people. She's like, I'm Irish. I'm not British. And so she was not welcoming of them. And so, yeah, I'm like, why should he go? It's like, that's not his thing. So there you go. But yeah, this MP is highly irritated and highly offended. And he's like, it just seems a foolish decision. Yeah, like we need somebody who voted for Brexit to be talking about anybody making foolish decisions. Right. Sure. Tory MP Bob Seeley. Sure. Amazing. Anyways, moving on. Finally, we have a couple of things about Invictus. Invictus UK have gotten themselves a new captain. We know last time it was, what was her name? I think it was Rebecca was her name. I think. I could be wrong. But she was the captain last year at The Hague. And so now we have Royal Navy Submariner Lieutenant Commander James Rogers is to be captain Team UK, or captain of Team UK at this year's Invictus Games in Germany. James, who has an autoimmune inflammatory arthritis condition, will compete in a range of sports at the September Games. And a little bit about him, it says James, who will lead the 59-strong team at the Games in Dusseldorf in September, said, a few years ago, I couldn't go to the park with my kids. So I want to show them what I'm able to achieve now, representing my country and the armed forces, and to top it all off, being selected as team captain is an absolute honor and privilege. So kudos to Captain James Rogers. And it's so amazing to see what, again, as he said, a few years ago, he couldn't even go to the park with his kids. Now he is able to go and compete in all of these sports. I think he's doing swimming. I think he's doing rowing. I think biking as well. So he is all up in a whole bunch of different sports. That's going to be, he's going to be competing there in Dusseldorf. And so it is just amazing. And again, he has an autoimmune inflammatory arthritis condition. I would assume extremely painful. But again, to see the power of sport and all that is, and how it's changing lives and giving them hope. And so it is just really, so I look forward to seeing Lieutenant Commander James Rogers in Dusseldorf. So kudos, Team UK. What else? Finally, I saw a video of JJ actually on the first leg of this hike. And he did a bit for BBC. And it says 20 members of the We Are Invictus community have just completed a 154-kilometer hike along the West Highland Way in Scotland. The wounded and injured servicemen and women from UK, Denmark, Germany, and the Netherlands formed a great team that hiked nearly 20 kilometers a day to pay their respects to the Commando Memorial. And that is them at the bottom there, paying their respects to the memorial there. It says the Invictus Endeavor's program is one of the ways Invictus Foundation supports the recovery of international wounded, injured, and sick service community beyond the Invictus Games. Invictus Endeavors allows the Invictus Game Foundation to offer sports and adventurous challenges to 23 nations year-round to aid recovery journeys of the wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans. Those interested in joining future Invictus endeavors should head to, the Invictus. And again, I'm going to have a link in the show notes so you can, if you know anyone, if you are, or if you know anyone who could take part in this. Again, Invictus, as they're saying there, and we say this all the time, it's so much more than just the games. There's world year-round, actually. They have so many different sports and stuff that you can take part in that could help in a recovery, no matter whether it's visible or invisible injuries that you have. These can help so much, and this is so great to see them go. I think it's an 8-day journey. I guess 4 days there and 4 days back, I think it was. So I think I'm getting my days mixed up or days wrong, but it's really amazing that they were able to do that. And again, it's veterans and soldiers from the UK, Denmark, Germany, and the Netherlands came together and formed one group, and that they did the walk together. And so it's really, really amazing to see, and it's so inspiring to see what Invictus is doing and how they are helping them. And again, kudos Prince Harry for just the incredible way that and again, with Prince Harry, he brought in Better Up, so they get free coaching and all of this stuff from Better Up. It's just amazing, the resources that they have available to them. So definitely, if you or someone who can benefit from this, definitely tell them about it. Again, the link is in the show notes, and or at least it's going to be at the end of this. So yeah, but anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you so much to our awesome moderators. I don't think this is gonna be a moderator one. It's gonna be just a video today. Thank you in advance for our future lives. Lydia, Trish, Nelly, Karen, and Cookies and Cream. Thank you all so much for the incredible work you do in just really making this space safe and really fun and exciting. Thank you all so much. And thank you to our wonderful 2 Cents crew, who, I'm telling you, without you, we couldn't do this. I mean, you really help in help me paying for the bills, basically, to help me to do this podcast, with all the platforms and the software and all of that stuff that's needed. Your support helps me to do that. So I appreciate, all the ways that you help. Thank you. And also to our Gold Star supporters who support in the chat. And you see, with the super thanks, super stickers, super chat, or just a straight donation. And some of you support via PayPal and Cash App. And I appreciate that as well. Thank you all so much. And also, we do have merchandise if you're interested in supporting this way as well. This is another way you can support. The link is always in our show notes, so you can always get it there. But and if you are new here, especially, or if you've been here and you just haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe in order to be in our live chat, which I love for everyone to be a part of our live chat. You'd have to be a subscriber for at least a week. Well, really, you have to be a subscriber for a week in order to be in the live chat. So, and I'd love to see you there. So if you have not subscribed, please definitely go ahead and click the subscribe button, and then click the notification bell so you know when we drop a video. And please help us to build this community. Please like the video and share the video. Would be much appreciated. And if you're able, join the 2 Cents group, and I appreciate that as well. So thank you. To all of you, have a great rest of the evening. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.